Good morning. Welcome to the update from the recovery room on Wednesday, 27th of May. Another beautiful day down here in the Moselle. Hope you're well. And I was asked a question during the week, over the weekend, and somebody said, basically the question was, what's the most attractive thing about you? And not physical attributes, obviously we're all gorgeous anyway, but and one of the things that makes us attractive is not our qualifications, it's not our just our background, our technical skills. It's actually who we are as people. And I remember some years ago we were down in Portugal at a conference, and one of the guys was on stage talking about half an hour presentation, and all he spoke about was him and his dad, and he put a picture up of him and with his dad, and he was a young kid, and he just spoke about the relationship with his dad, how it was, the good, the bad, the indifferent, all this sort of thing. And after half an hour he wrapped up and got off stage, and I met the guy in the bar afterwards, as you do, and I said to him that was an unusual presentation. Most people talk about sales and business and systems, all this sort of stuff, and you talk about nothing to do with that. You just talk about you, your dad, what motivates you, what inspires you, and storyboards and that type of thing. And he said, well, I've been doing this for a long time. Back then he was older than me. He said, I've been doing this for a long time. He said, and what I've discovered is that the most compelling thing about me, him as an individual, is that it's not my CV, not my qualifications or my experience. It's that it's me as a person. It's my story that people are most excited about and engaged about. So what I do is I just tell my story, and people either they engage with it or maybe they don't, whatever. So, but the people who do engage with it, those are the ones that come and talk to me afterwards, as he and I were doing, and build a connection, and away we go. And then work comes out of that as well. Opportunities come out of it. So I thought about that. I thought, crikey, I wonder if that's true. Now, we've all got a backstory, haven't we? We've all got something in our background from either childhood or parents or school or whatever it is that formed us and created us. And if you look back, anybody over the age of 35 has got some things in their life they wouldn't want to repeat, some relationships they don't want to repeat again, or some cars they shouldn't have bought, or whatever it is. This is all part of the story. Now, we don't want to bare our souls completely on social media, but telling our story is a great way of getting differentiation and attention and standing out from the crowd. So when we got back from Portugal, I had a workshop to do, as a little keynote presentation to do for another group in the UK, and I found an old photograph of my grandfather's shop, or my great-grandfather's shop as he was. My grandfather's in the picture. It was taken in, I think, 1908, I think it was, and it's a picture of the shop in Birmingham, a place called Alum Rock in Birmingham, and my great-grandfather stood there. My grandfather is over his shoulder, and there's a couple of youngsters in the front here, and that was our family business, and the family had shops. And I told the story about the shops and how they didn't last long enough for me to go into them, all this sort of thing. And what I found was that story was more engaging, more compelling, I suppose, if you like, than me talking about anything I'd done within businesses and sales and all this sort of thing. So I do use that. I do tell my story, and I recommend it. You've all got a story. You've all got backstories, and that is the most compelling thing about us. Now, the trick that I found is as well, some people hear that story and they don't like it. They don't get it. They think I should have gone from school to university and all the qualifications and that sort of thing first time round. And anybody who doesn't fit that mold, they don't like. Well, good. I don't want them in my network anyway. People who do respect the fact there is a storyboard there and they like the way we've engineered our lives and businesses through that, those are the people that move towards us and we do great work with. And the same for you guys. You tell your story, expect some people to like it, and some people maybe not, but that's a good thing. So be prepared to tell your story. Get on stage, get on video. People are interested. They are. I never thought they would be. I thought they was going to be interested in my backstory. I'm just a kid from Birmingham. But actually they are sort of interested, and it's the most interesting thing about it. So if you want to build your business, build your network, it's a personal story, not the business story, and just tell it. Show some images, tell your story. Heart on your sleeve, that type of thing. Bit of vulnerability, and you'll be really surprised. So get on video. You can't get on stage right now for a while, I suppose, during lockdown. But do a video anyway. Get on, do a video, talk about your story, and see what happens. It's good for business and good for the soul as well, I think. So there's my tip for the day. Have a great day, and very busy here in Moselle with client calls and all good stuff going on. A lot of clients doing well, growing, attracting new business now as we're coming out of lockdown, which is great to see. So the future looks quite exciting. I've seen all the press over in the UK. I don't read it. I've seen it flash up. I keep deleting it. Stop reading the Mail. Stop reading the Sun. Stop reading the Mirror. Just get on with business. Get on with life. Ignore the tabloid press. It's all junk anyway. And get back to business. And I'll speak with you tomorrow very briefly on what will be Thursday. In the meantime, have a great day and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.